All right. Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahushai, Paul Haloyim, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Barakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Well, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aquat that's listening in. Our Ratazah, Lord willing, that this lesson is edifying. Brother Schwab, I'm one back at you with another lesson. The title of this lesson is going to be called Deceiving by Witchcraft and Sorcery. It's not going to be too long at all. It's just a little punch out spirit. But you know, you have to understand that right now there's so much, you know, spiritual wickedness in high places going on, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me start off with that. We go to Ephesians 6:12. And it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in swamps, yo. Hate that shit. Salakia. Just hit a mean fucking pothole, man. Alright, Salakia. Should knock this shit right out. Got a metal one that sticks, but that shit is fucking too sideways. But yeah, so we there's a lot of spiritual wickedness in high places. You see, everything around us is just pure sorcery, pure witchcraft. We're surrounded around nothing but wizards and warlocks, man, on a daily basis. And with the government, all right, the top banking families, they literally are on that left side of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, working with the devil, man. All right, I mean, working with Satan, spiritual kind of Satan. You know, they're out there literally summoning all types of wicked ass, demonic ass demons. See, so that shit is real, man. That shit ain't just in no movies where you just watching a movie and you only see, you know, spiritual wickedness and paranormal activity and in the movies. You know, that shit really exists. That shit is in real life. All right. Let me read that again. And it says, "But we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities." See, and if you go into that word, which I don't know if I could do it because I'm not around no, yeah, see, I'm not connected to no Wi-Fi. When you go into that word, principalities, it literally talks about, you know, angels and demons. I forgot the word that goes there in the Greek, but, you know, it goes into angels and demons. So there's literally angels and demons around us, man. Spiritual wickedness, and then you got that righteous, you know, that spiritual righteousness, basically. All right, but with the earth given unto the hand of the wicked, all right, everything that's going on is literally controlled by wickedness. You see? That's how they're able to push their agendas. All right, how to suck you in with their wickedness, the spiritual wickedness. You got what movies? You know, you got these things that just them pushing this yo jabba jabba, and you know, coming to the point where they're about to push this you know, this rice and beans. All right, that's all going into pharmakia, man. The mixing of potions, which that also goes into witchcraft, sorcery. All right, so everything literally around us is just pure fucking wickedness, man. Come on, bro. You gonna pick a side of what? So that's pure wickedness. And in these days, you have to be girded up, man. All right, as a matter of fact, let me just read one verse down. And it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand in that evil day, and having done all to stand. You see? By you being girded up, you're able to, you know, stand against the wiles of the devil. You're able to, you know, conquer against the fiery darts of wickedness that come your way. That's the only thing that's gonna help you in these days, man. Only thing that's gonna give you salvation. Yahawashi is salvation. You see? So if you ain't got that name, those names, all right, you're not gonna be safe. It tells you in Proverbs 18:10 that the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is a righteous tower, man. Okay, it's a strong tower. The righteous man runneth into it and is safe. See, James, I think it's like 1:23 around there. It says, "Ye believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thou does good. The devils also believe and they tremble." You see, because the devils, all right, these damn demonic ass spirits, they already know their place, man. They're all controlled through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, Isaiah 45:7, all right? I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, do all these things. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is controlling both sides. All right? Righteousness and evil. So these demons are literally on the command of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And when they hear the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they know their place, man. They know what time it is. Matter of fact, that's why it tells you that in Ecclesiasticus 39, it says that there be spirits created for vengeance, you know, roughly paraphrasing. It says they appease the wrath of him that made them. Yeah, because they're all under Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's rulership. Goddamn fucking bumps, man. About to go buy me a brand new one just for that. Matter of fact, just take it off this shit out. All right, so you know, they appease the wrath of him that made them, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is in control of them. All right, so on the left side, you know, these devils are able to do their spiritual wickedness because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is allowing it to happen. All right, these were made as vessels of dishonor. They were the vessels that were, you know, that were fitted to the that fit the wrath of destruction. All right, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna do wicked things like that. But at the end of the day, you know, our people falling into those witchcrafts and sorceries, man, constantly. And what does it say in the scriptures about, you know, witchcraft? Witchcraft is rebellion, man. All right, rebellion is sin. It is considered as sin of witchcraft. To get that real quick, that's in 1 Samuel. Should never close this damn windows, I'll tell you that. It's fucking hot in here. 1 Samuel, let me get that real quick. Oof. Said that shit. Give me 1 second. Damn, man. Yo, what is it with all these fucking... Damn, man. I ain't never seen so many damn potholes. And I'm hitting every single one. That's crazy. Let me get that real quick. Hold on, I'm about to pull up to my house in like 2 seconds so I could just actually search for what I need. Shalom, brother. YAHAWAH'S, YAHAWAH'S, Barakatah. As a matter of fact, since you on there, can you put up, it's in 1 Samuel, rebellion is sin. It's considered as witchcraft. Baba Kushal. Shalom, YAHAWAH'S, YAHAWAH'S, Barakatah. Fucking got it. Damn shit right in the middle of the road. Shalom, YAHAWAH'S, YAHAWAH'S, Barakatah. Ooh, that shit was crazy just having my windows closed like that. It's like committing suicide. I'll read that real quick. You at the water, brother. This is Job 14:5, and it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Yeah, so, you know, at the end of the day, this devil is limited to what he's able to do. Even with his witchcraft and his sorceries, man, he's limited to how far he can go with it. But this place is definitely just filled with witchcraft and sorcery around us all day long, man. That's right. And because thou has rejected the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, he's also going to reject you. He's going to let you fall into all this witchcraft and this sorcery, man, because you have no knowledge, man. Hosea 4:6, our people are destroyed from lack of knowledge. You see? But brother put it up, the water for the script, and it says, both of the brothers put it up. That's the spirit. So like, let me get it from here because you got it full there. It says 1 Samuel 15:23, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, he also rejected thee from being king. You see? Oh, I see what you did. You have put both of them there together. Salakia, brother. So, you know, having, you know, doing, you know, that shit is a form of witchcraft, rebellion. And these people don't want to hearken on to this word, man. When we tell you that there's spiritual wickedness in high places, all right? Because there's sometimes we don't understand why we're going through the things that we're going through. And it's because of that, because there's just nothing but wickedness and pure fucking witchcraft around us, man. When it's spiritual wickedness, you're not going to see that spiritual wickedness. That's just a certain vibration that comes off of everybody. You see? So these devils, that's what they into, man. And they working on the left-hand side. All right. And they're literally preying on Satan. And every day they try to figure a way to suck you more in to their witchcrafts. All right. Let's go to let me go to Isaiah 47. Oh shit, I was about to go up on this phone. Yeah, now I can hold it up here. The car ain't moving no more. Yeah. Let me go to Isaiah 47. Give me 1 second. Isaiah 47. And I'll start at 9. And it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children. Matter of fact, let me go to 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, thou sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Yeah, and that's talking about these damn devils, man. They literally think they cannot be touched. All right. And it says, And it says, I am and none else beside me, and shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. You see? And that's why America's gonna be destroyed, because you see, she sit there as a you know, saying that I am not a widow. That's in Revelations. Matter of fact, let me get it because I got my scriptures right here. This is Revelations 18:7. How much she glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord YAHAWAH'S who judgeth her. You see, and that's the pride of thine heart. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, man. Of these damn Edomites, all right, because they the ones that rule America, all right. America itself, all Americans with they patriotic asses, that's what they about, man. They'll stand bold and say that they can't be touched, all right. But you know what? YAHAWAH'S gonna change all that ASAP. He gonna put that this whole place down to naught, all right. That's when it goes into, you know, come sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right. Dust is into confusion. You see? And this place is full of confusion already. That's why it's called Babylon the Great. Babylon goes back into Babel, which means confusion. So this place is total confusion. And it's confused. Why? Because all the witchcraft and sorcery that's going around. All right. So it says, therefore, hear now this. This is Isaiah 47:8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that are, Salakia, given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, thou sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. Going back into what the brother had just put up over here, you see, seeing that the days are determined, the number of months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You see, because this damn he on a tight schedule right now. All right, he got the days. His days are shortened up right now. He got nothing but a little time. That's why he coming down on us with great wrath, greater sorceries, greater witchcraft. All right, because he know his time is up. And it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, for the great abundance of thine enchantments. And that's what this place is full of, man. Sorcery, enchantments, Salakia. All right. And that's what's got people brainwashed right now. They do it every day with TV, movies, music, sports. All right. Even fucking politics, man. You see, that shit is all witchcraft. That shit is all to keep your ass asleep from what's really going on in society, man. But you're not going to be able to deceive or rock to sleep the elect. The elect is on top of that shit, man. All right, we awoke to all your little bullshit. Matter of fact, Second Corinthians 2:11, for we are not ignorant to Satan's devices. All right, because his devices are also witchcraft and sorcery. All right. Brother, I put a script. Let me see what that shit. It said, yes, Matthew 6:22 and 23. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thy eye be evil, the whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? You see, because when you have your eye being single, all right, that means going into focus, man. When you keep your mind focused on everything in these scriptures, all right, you're not going to be able to be deceived by this witchcraft and none of that shit. That's why we tell you to stay meditating in these scriptures, stay prayed up, stay blessed up. Why? Because the moment you back up from this truth, all right, just like it tells you that in Hebrews. Let me get that real quick. if any man withdraw, all right, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall not find pleasure in thee, man. Because those that tend to draw back tend to go back to the cares of this world. And we're not of this world. All right. For the love of the world is enmity to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. Let me get that real quick. And what was Hebrews? No, it's one. Oh yeah, Hebrews 10:38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. You see, and because we are not of the world, like I said, let me get that. Actually, that's is that no. This is 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that love the world, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, all right, and the pride of life. You see? Yeah, because the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, it goes back into witchcraft. You under witchcraft, you under sorcery. All right, because you fucking brainwashed into all this shit of the flesh. And then it says the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away in the lust thereof, and he that does the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai abideth forever. You see? You're gonna abide forever for keeping yourself in this truth, man. This is John 15:19. If ye were of the world will love his own. Yeah. And if you were of the world, you'd be continuing going on with all this witchcraft and shit, being partakers of it. All right, what it say in 2 Corinthians 6 and I think it's like 6 and 17. All right, be not partakers of her. Separate yourself from this place, man. By you separating yourself, you being holy. All right, and he says, separate yourselves, meaning being holy, and I will receive you. All right. So it says, if you were of the world will love its own, but because ye are not of this world, but I have chosen you out of the world, that's why the world hateth you. All right. But the point is, we are not of this world. Okay. So we're not about to sit here and be enchanted and be caught up with all this witchcraft bullshit. All right. Before we was in the truth, we was all lost, you know, walking amongst the dead, because he that remaineth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. All right. So we were once walking around being rebellious. Okay. So we was into that witchcraft, but now we have been given that chance to come out of that witchcraft through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. And it says, let me read 47, Isaiah 47:9 again. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in the wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and no none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. You see, and these motherfuckers is evil from since they kids, man. All right. You're not about to change no wicked, man. Can an Ethiopian change his skin? Can a leopard change his spots? No. So you're not about to change someone that's accustomed to do evil, man. You're not about to make him do something righteous. Nah. All right. Wisdom, knowledge, righteousness doesn't enter into a malicious soul. It's impossible for that to happen. Why? Because they're made to be wicked. All right. And it says, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Let me start from 12 again. Stand not with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. All right. Talking to us. So we got to get away from all this wickedness, man. And that's one of the hardest things to do, is unlearn the bullshit of this world, man, and reteach yourself. All right. But if you have faith, all right, and you have fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So he's able to get you out of those situations, man. It ain't nothing for him to snap his finger and take away all that wickedness that's in your mind, the mortal thoughts. All right. So these devils is about to catch pure hell for their witchcraft and sorceries. Matter of fact, it tells you in Exodus 22 and 18. 22 and 18, and it says, Exodus 22 and 18, and it says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. You see? And that's like I said earlier, that's what these devils are. Witches, warlocks. All right. So they not going to live out here, man. It's only going to be so long before you're not able to do any of your witchcraft anymore, and you're just gonna be fucking consumed out here. And we can't wait for that, man. Too much of that wickedness all over the place. All right. Let me get and one of the biggest witchcrafts they're using right now is is one, this Yo Jabba Jabba, and two, music. All right. That's the two main ones they fucking use every single day. And as a matter of fact, let me rephrase that. Another one will be fear. Fear itself, because we weren't given the spirit of fear. So fear itself, all right, they have a witchcraft out there that's giving you fear. And that's how they're able to control everybody. If you can make everybody fear the government, all right, the government can control you mentally. And I always go back to this war right now we in is a fucking psychological warfare, man. Everything is all in the mind. If people would just unravel themselves from the ways of thinking of Babylon, you'd understand. And it's a beautiful thing because a lot of people are waking up also, man. All right. A lot of people are waking up like on an unbelievable scale, man. But you got to remember that a lot are going to be called and few are going to be chosen. A lot of people going to wake up and they're going to fall out the fucking truth. When the fire comes and hits them, all right, when they put in bad predicaments, you know, that's why you got to have that rock solid foundation. Because if you don't got that rock solid foundation, man, all that witchcraft and sorcery is going to consume you mentally. It's going to break you down. All right. I'm going to get them precepts in a second. 1 second. So, you know, a witch is not to live, man. Let me get let me get Revelations 18 and I think it's like 23. Yeah, and it says, and the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. You see? All nations were deceived by this sorcery and witchcraft, man. All right? You have to understand that that shit came back into play because there was a time when this devil couldn't. Let me get that real quick. It's in Revelations 20. All right, you have to remember that there was at one point. Let me get it from here. So I got it right here. You have to remember that at one point, this devil, he was bound for 1,000 years, man, and he wasn't able to make any type of moves. He wasn't able to deceive the nations at all because we was in rulership. All right, but when that Renaissance era came back, all right, during that Byzantine Empire, all right, he was let loose. And he was able to start deceiving the nations again. And he's been deceiving the nations from that time on all the way to right now. And right now, he's deceiving people on a high scale, man. On a very high scale. Let me see. I'll start at 20:1. And it says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key of the bottomless pit. All right. And a great chain in his hand, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. You see, talking about that, you know, the time, because that bottomless pit goes into, I believe it goes into Europe, yeah, and you know that great chain in his hand representing the slavery. All right, and it says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up, and had set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a season. You see, so he wasn't able to deceive the nations for 1,000 years, and that was when we was in rulership. All right, but then after them 1,000 years, it was prophecy for him to start coming back. All right, that's when it goes into, you know, starts going into like Malachi 1 and 4. All right, that shall be called the border of wickedness. They should rebuild the desolate places. All right, and it says you skip down to 7, and it says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. All right, which is that revival of that Roman Empire. All right, and it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, and the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. You see, so the point is that he had to be let loose, you know, for prophecy reasons, to come back out here and be able to deceive the nations with that witchcraft and sorcery, man, and all types of other shit. They were able to deceive us with, you know, repainting, you know, Renaissance art, taking our depictions and you know, whitewashing everything. You know, they started coming with all types of technology. Matter of fact, let me get that in Revelations 13 and 13, and he does great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceive them that dwelleth on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. You see, and the power of those miracles is what? This technology. All right, all this wicked shit that he got coming out, putting out, these wicked devices. All right, again, the vibration of spiritual wickedness in high places through music, movies. All right, even your food, man. Even your fucking food is witchcraft, bro. Fucking food, you don't know what's in this damn food anymore. That's destroying our body and spirituality, man. Shit is destroying our brains as we fucking eat. And we still surviving off of that. Just like the scriptures say, we shall eat defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, man, and live. We eating fucking rotten, disgusting, filthy ass food on a daily basis, man. So, you know, this devil ain't gonna stop with his sorcery, man, so he consume who he needs to. Let me get one second. Leviticus 20 and 7. Let me turn this off. I'm wasting gas over here like it ain't nothing. Leviticus 20 and It's 27 and 27. And it says, a man, also a woman that has a familiar spirit or that is a wizard shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them. You see? So all these damn wizards and warlocks, man, they about to catch it heavy. The only ones that's gonna really survive is these top banking families, all right? Because they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery. And these top banking families are doing real, like, I'm talking about some high wickedness, man. Matter of fact, Wisdom of Solomon talks about that. Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 4. And it says, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices. And that's what they do, wicked ass sacrifices, man. They literally grab your children, man, and do wicked sacrifices with them. They do spirit cooking with their blood. All right. They use their blood for what do you call that? What's that shit called? Where they drink their blood to keep them young. Damn, I can't believe I forgot it. I always talk about it too. One of the brothers will put it up. But you know, they be drinking each other's your children's blood. All right. They go to these places in July. They go to the mountains. They go worship on a fucking big ass owl. Adrenochrome, the water, brother. I knew one of y'all was gonna put it up. The water. You know, that's what they do. Adrenochrome. They literally will grab your children and drain blood out of them, man. And just when they're about to die, they stop the process, man, because your body, when you're young, you're able to rejuvenate blood over and over and over again. You see? So they'll stop the process and then they'll use your ass for a later time. That's what keeps them supposedly looking young. That's why if you look at all these motherfuckers now that are in the you know, in the movie business, you know, they look like shit because they ain't been getting their adrenochrome the way they're supposed to be. It's like a true heroin addict. When a heroin addict just be looking like shit, he already look like shit when he doing that shit. But when he stopped doing it, oh man, he look even worse. He'd be fucking sick to his stomach. And that's how these devils look, man, sick to their stomach because they're not able to get all that shit the way they used to. Because everybody's exposing, everybody's on top of their bullshit. All right. So it says, whom thou hatest for doing. Oh, I was saying that they go to the Bohemian Grove, that's what it's called. You know, in July, and they go worship on a big ass owl, you know, which represents I believe Moloch. And these motherfuckers be cutting people up, you know, killing them, eating them, doing sacrifices with them, all types of crazy ass orgies and shit like that, man. Because that's all witchcraft and sorceries, man, to summons up demons, man. All right. And it says, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and feast of blood. You see, going into what? That adrenochrome. Yeah, the abortions. Man, they be doing some fucking crazy ass shit, man. Matter of fact, there was a video that got leaked out years ago, yo, where somebody was in the stands of one of those at Bohemian Grove, and they had their little camera out on a sneak tip, man. And these devils were literally putting on a performance, and in the middle of the performance, there was actually killing somebody. You can hear this person screaming, and these people, you know, they just think it's a show. Matter of fact, I always be saying, man, with all the wickedness that goes on in Hollywood and shit like that, I wouldn't doubt these motherfuckers when they put out these movies that they're not actually killing people in the movie and using it as it's a scene, but it's really happening, you know? Because some of these movies, man, you'll get a crazy vibration when you're watching it. You just like, man, that shit don't seem right. You know, yeah, I know it's a horror film, but this shit feel like it really happening in front of my eyes because they do that witchcraft shit right there. That shit, that's crazy, man. The one passed law in Texas banned it. Yeah, man. That shit is crazy as hell. My daughter called me. All right, so let me finish reading that. All right, it said devourers of man's flesh and feast of blood. Right, go and they chop these people up, fucking eat their body parts, cannibalism. All right. Matter of fact, they doing that shit, man. They putting that shit in people's foods, man. There was a video I seen years ago too, with a fucking rabbi screaming to everybody, telling them all the children that they kidnap, that they be chopping them up and grinding them in the meat of McDonald's. I wouldn't doubt it. Matter of fact, last year there was I had posted on Instagram too. I probably still got it up. I gotta find that. They had took there was a actual commercial type shit. They were advertising something, but they were advertising salami, and what they were doing was taking DNA and flesh out of the celebrities and putting it into the salami. So they were basically advertising that you could buy a roll of salami with your favorite celebrity's fucking DNA in it, man. This place is fucking vexed, bro. Wicked shit. And it says, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feast of bloods with their priest out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands, soul destitute of help. You see? So yeah, this shit exists, man, of them, you know, doing all types of sorcery like that. All right, going into that witchcraft, that's, you know, that spiritual wickedness in them high places. All right, let me get we can't wait for these damn devils to be destroyed for that shit, man. Leviticus 20:6, and it says, in the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits and after wizards, to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul and will cut him off from among his people. You see? So you got to be careful on how you fall into these witchcrafts, man. Because that's how you commit spiritual fornication. Matter of fact, Wisdom of Solomon explains that, I think it's in that same exact chapter. Says the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication. This is 14, Wisdom of Solomon 14, and I'll start at 11. It says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of Yahweh they are become an abomination and a stumbling block to the souls of men. Damn, man, this damn mosquito. That's witchcraft. They sending after me right there. They're sending after me some android mosquitoes. And it says, stumbling blocks to the souls of men and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. All right. Jumping into 27, for the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. Damn. All right. Fucking flies and everything. That's why I shouldn't keep my windows open. But, you know, that shit goes all into, you know, witchcraft and shit like that. Because you worshiping on these idols is witchcraft, man. You're worshiping on something that don't fucking exist. And it pushes out a certain vibration, causing strong delusions, man. Start believing in fucking lies. You know, it talks about that in Second Thessalonian 2 and I think it's 2 and 10. All right. Let me get Leviticus 19. About to be wrapping it up anyway. Leviticus 19 and 31. And it says, regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord YAHAWAH'S. All right. So those that have the spirit of discernment, all right, that are able to discern between good and evil, all right, you already know what it is and what time it is when some familiar spirits come upon you. When you see somebody into fucking witchcraft, wizards, warlocks, all right, you got to depart from that shit. Because that shit is a vibration, as a spiritual vibration. That shit will jump on you, man. Make the wrong move and they'll jump on you and then forget about it. Yeah, it's a car. Stay fucking worshiping Virgin Mary. They called it the Guadalupe. You see? That's going into witchcraft. Devising of idols, man. Let me go to Galatians. And then I get these precepts. And then I end that. I go pick up my daughter. This is 5 and this is 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of YAHAWAH'S. Yeah. So any of you jakes that's out there into that bullshit, all right, or falling by it, man, you're not gonna enter into YAHAWAH'S kingdom. And you know damn well this devil ain't about to enter into no damn kingdom. All right. It's one of the reasons why. Because he don't have YAHAWAH'S in his thoughts. All his thoughts are just straight wickedness. So a person like that got to go, because he's just going to continually keep thinking about it, on how to fucking devour our nation. Let me get these precepts brother put up. In my neighborhood by the corner store, they have a mural of it. Yeah, man. If you ever seen Breaking Bad, that was a badass show. I ain't gonna front, badass series. But anybody that's seen Breaking Bad, this is a part when you had the two twins that them motherfuckers had to walk all the way. They had to walk, crawl all the way in the desert just to get to a shrine of that type of bullshit, man. And just to worship it. And people really do that, man. Our tribes really do that, man. Imagine how much more of these damn nations that are already wicked, all right, and that brought out those idols on us. You see? Another brother over here has some scriptures. This is Hebrews 10 and 39. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. Exactly. So we're not going to be just like I had put 38 up. You know, anybody that draw back of the truth, man, YAHAWAH'S he not gonna find pleasure in you. All right, but we not those type of men to draw back. You know, we might fall off real quick, you know, but hey, the just man falls 7 times and get back up. All right, the wicked person is just gonna fall into mischief and continue. He's not even going to acknowledge that he did some wickedness. He's just gonna keep thinking that life is all good and keep going with it. All right, quarantine from the world. Exactly. That's right. It's in their nature. That's his only nature. This is Luke 17 and 6. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, if ye had faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye might say unto this I forgot how you say that, sycamine tree, be thou plucked up by the root, and be thou planted in the sea, and it should obey you. Exactly. You know, without faith, it's impossible to please him. With faith, man, you can move mountains. That's a heavy scripture when it says that if you have grain of a mustard seed, you should tell this mountain to move and it'll move, man. That's powerful right there, man. You look at a mountain, when you just stand by a mountain, you're like, damn, this shit big as hell, man. I can't get to the top. But imagine being able to have the power and the faith to just say, let me move this shit and throw it at one of these damn Edomites' head. You know, that's beautiful right there. That's right. C19 fear porn. That's right. They love that shit, man. They love feeding you all types of fucking fear. All right. And we weren't given that spirit of fear. So we got to constantly call on the name. That's why you got to pray in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, not to lead you into temptation, man, but to deliver you from evil. To keep you, as a matter of fact, that's a beautiful way of praying, to ask for the spirit of not having fear, man, to conquer things that are to be fearless, you know, because at the end of the day, we have that emotion. So you're gonna get scared of certain things, you know. Yahawashi was scared when he had to go on the cross, and he knew he had to do it. He had the power to not, you know, if he really wanted to, he could have got off, man, but nah, he wasn't doing the will of his own. He was doing the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's why he asked him if it was possible for him not to drink of that cup. You see? But he was even scared to go up on the cross, man. So we're going to be scared at the end of the day in certain situations. But with our mind being stable, the first thing we're going to go to run to is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We're going to always remember that. You're going to remember. That's why the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning. You're supposed to remember all these accounts in the scriptures. So when you're put in a certain situation, you filter it in your mind through the scriptures. All right. And that'll keep you sane right there. This is Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is eternal life through Yahawashi HaMashiach, our Lord. Exactly. So you don't want to continue to keep moving in the flesh. All right, those that love the flesh they mind the things of the flesh and continue in the flesh. And when you're walking in the flesh continually, habitually, all right, you seem to think that everything is okay. See, you brainwash your damn self. You pretty much put your own witchcraft upon yourself, believing that shit is that shit is okay. What is that? A pathological liar? When he start believing his own lies and shit. You know, that's what happens. You start walking in the ways of the flesh. You start believing that shit is okay. Con, if you see this mainstream media, that's all you see. Man, that's all you see, man. All types of wicked ass shit. It ain't like back in the days, man. You can actually turn on the TV and you will learn something, you know. Like when I was a kid, you know, you would throw on a fucking cartoon channel. You get a lesson out of the Magic School Bus. You know, you be sitting there like, oh shit, I just learned something off this damn cartoon. You put on cartoons for these children today, yo, that shit is pure witchcraft, yo. That's why if you're not sitting down and watching TV with your kids, yo, your kids will pick up on some shit you ain't never know about, man. Because they're literally putting a wicked ass vibration out there. Through the TV, through your kids' channels. Matter of fact, not too long ago on Instagram, there was what did they post up? That if you go to YouTube and you punch in what was it? Something babies. Something little babies, you had Lil Nas X coming up. You see? That shit is witchcraft, bro. You know how many kids punch in that shit? I forgot exactly what it was that you had to punch in. It was something for babies, something for kids. And yeah, Lil Nas X fucking naked ass video came up. What kind of shit is that, bro? That's the type of shit you got to get up out of, man. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. The best thing to watch on TV is some natural animal shit, some Discovery Channel shit about animals, man. That's the best. Yo, you dead ass serious about it. That's about the only thing that's edifying for you, you know? Because even when they come up with like these shows, sometimes you have some good ass shows on, like, you know, they'll try to get scriptural with shit. But you know how Esau is. He'll give you half good and then he'll just fucking whitewash the rest of that shit. So if you're a person that knows the truth, you know what to take out of it and what not to take out of it, you know? But it's true. The best thing to watch is some fucking Discovery Channel shit. The best thing to do is not watch TV, period. There was a video that came out years ago by a guy named Alan Watts. And I've been trying to find that video for a while and I can't find it no more. But this motherfucker was literally screaming in the middle of an audience, and he was screaming and begging these people not to watch TV. This shit was like in the 1950s, 1960s. And he was explaining on how TV was made to bullshit you. That shit is straight witchcraft. It says it in the fucking inside the word, man. Television, tell a vision. You see? Televise, tell a lie. That shit is made to make you dream of things to have that's not really gonna come true. You know, when I used to do music, I used to have a certain bar I used to write that would say the American scheme is an American dream. It only looked good through the TV screen. All this shit that you see all these celebrities and rappers and you know actors going through, that shit is just bullshit, bro. None of these people live a good life, man. It looked good on TV. You know, it looked like they're having a blast on TV because it's made to make you think like that. And that's why these people run after that dream. But at the end of the day, that shit is not, that shit, these people go home, they go to sleep. They actually don't go to sleep. All right. That's why these people wear glasses. They don't want you to see their eyes because, you know, scriptures say, you know, the eyes of a man is the window to his soul. You see? Not only that, these people don't go to sleep because they scared to go to sleep because they so wicked that their own fucking demons will haunt them. That's why they stay up partying day after day, drug the fuck up. You know, none of these people are happy when they go home, man. A lot of these people on the low be killing themselves because they know what they're doing is wickedness. And when they finally realize what they've done, is like literally too late for them to turn back out of it. That's why they end up killing themselves. You know, you hear about all the rappers talking about it, how they sold their soul to the devil. That shit is real, man. Yeah, you see the beauty of the Lord's creations. That's right. Anything that got to do with like Animal Channel, you know, the earth, even that they be lying about too, though. I hate when they be talking about, well, millions of years ago. Nigga, shut your ass up. Ain't nobody even been here millions of years ago, bro. What is you talking about? How you gonna tell me about something that happened millions of years ago? The fuck? Well, I could tell by this rock, the way the water landed on it and it dried up on that, and the dirt started to grow on that, and the plant next to it grew a certain amount of feet, and yeah, that justified that it was here for a million years ago. Shut your ass up. That should be killing me. But you know, that type of shit, you know, about the earth, some of it is interesting, you know, definitely interesting and edifying. And those that are in the spirit, you know, we filter things through the scriptures. So yeah, you know, we'll see something like that, just be like, damn, it's beautiful just to know YAHAWAH'S created all these things. When they get off air, they're doing drugs. Hell yeah. These people, when they get off of their little bullshit shows and all that, they is partying life away because they know they in some wicked ass shit, wicked ass deeds. That's why they have, matter of fact, just look at people now. All right. Look at the people now that are on the bottom of society that are not celebrities. These people that fall into drugs, why do they fall into drugs? Because they went through shit in life that they can't, that they don't want to think about. So they get on drugs to, you know, block out the pain.
But at the end of the day, when you come off that shit, you still, your problem is still there. You know, that shit never go away. It only just get blocked for the moment, temporarily, you know. But these people that are at the bottom of society, that of our people, you know, they try to get away from the sorrows of their life by taking drugs. So why would a man that's successful, that has all this money, start doing drugs when he has all the money in the world to go fucking explore and keep himself busy for the rest of his life? Why? Because they be doing wickedness, and they got to find a way. Man, let's just take DMX for example. You know, that just, you know, he died not too long ago. All right. If you listen to his music and you was a fan of his shit, this motherfucker was talking about how he done grabbed the corpse and was smashing the corpse. What you think he said that in his music for? For the hell of it? Nah, that's what he was into. He was into witchcraft. He had to take a dead body and he had to smash the dead body. You see, he was plowing the dead body. That goes into, I believe it goes into necromancy, something like that. You know, you out there taking dead bodies and you know, lusting with them. That shit is just pure wickedness, and that's why they be bugged out in their minds. That's why at the same time he was always looking for the truth. That's why he was always coming out with prayers in the middle of his songs and shit like that. Because he was just one of them people that was in and out, double-minded, you know? That's why he was unstable all over the place. You can't worship, you can't drink the cup of the devils and the cup of the Lord, man. That shit'll bug you out. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the point, you know? I wasn't even supposed to be this long. Damn. I didn't even realize it was that long. It's supposed to be short. But, you know, witchcraft exists, man. Witchcraft is out there very heavy right now. So if you don't want to be partakers of that, you don't want that shit to consume you, jump on you, hey, you got to get right with YAHAWAH'S and pray that he keep you away from all that wickedness, man. All right? So Lord willing, it was edifying. All right, I pray that it was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule well. Blessed salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aquat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazad, the lesson was edifying. Shalom, and that's right. You got to walk circumspectly, man. You got to redeem the times because the days is evil, man. We in some wicked ass times, perilous times, man. Times that you can't understand unless you have this truth. All right. So with that being said, shalom. The water for the scriptures, brothers, too. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Shalom.